Hi leaders, welcome to week 4. Our topic this week is leaders in your life. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of quotes. The first one is the most dangerous leadership myth is that leaders are born, that there is a genetic factor to leadership. This myth asserts that people simply either have certain charismatic qualities or not. That's nonsense. In fact, the opposite is true. Leaders are made rather than born. And this is by Warren Bennis, who we've talked about last week, who's a PhD and an author of more than 25 books on leadership, and also the founder of the University of Southern California's Leadership Institute. The next one is by Judith Martin, who's a novelist and journalist better known as Miss Manners. It's far more impressive when others discover your good qualities without your help. For this week, we're going to be talking about quality of leadership and what those qualities look like. Everyone can be a leader. That may seem hard to believe, especially if you feel being a leader doesn't come easily for you. But every person has a combination of different personal characteristics or qualities of leadership that can make it possible to take the lead or learn how. Some people think all it takes is a single characteristic, like self-confidence, to be a leader. But one characteristic does not make you a leader. Successful leaders use different combinations of leadership qualities in various ways, leading by words, by attitude, and by action. As I mentioned, a single characteristic alone, like self-confidence or enthusiasm, does not make a person a leader. Today, we're going to think about qualities we seek in effective leaders, or that you may want to strive for to be seen as an effective leader. We're going to look at these qualities by identifying famous individuals who demonstrate them, as well as by selecting people you know personally. So as we go through this and I go over the different qualities, it's might be helpful to write on a blank piece of paper a well-known person or somebody that you know who possesses one of those qualities, so that way you can kind of relate a person to what it is, so it's easier to remember. So let's go ahead and take a look at what those different leadership qualities look like. The first one is respects power, creative thinker, goal-focused and driven, does the right thing, embraces diversity, acts with passion, manages unplanned situations, and a role model for humility. The first one quality alone, as I mentioned, does not make a leader. It is a culmination of several qualities that we consider a leader to possess. So as I mentioned, I want you to go ahead and think about someone you know who is a leader. And then think about the quality and be like, is this true? Why do you think this is, or maybe why you disagree? What other qualities that are not listed do you consider important? Think about that, because I want you to give me input on that when you do your assignment for this week. Let's take a look at those qualities more in depth. Respects power. A person can recognize their responsibilities in using power to achieve a goal and do not take this power lightly. They must acknowledge that they cannot be careless or take advantage of others and/or a situation. A creative thinker is a person who can think outside the box. They can see possibilities and perspectives that exist and challenge each. Goal-focused and driven, a person who knows how to go from brainstorming to action, like moving from point A to point B, even when they have obstacles in front of them. Their vision incorporates the whole and small parts of an idea. Does the right thing, a person who sticks to what is ethical and takes the high road in conflicting and challenging situations, even when no one is watching. They are goal-driven and know how to get a team on board with their ideas in a productive manner. Embraces diversity, a person who understands that we, as humans, are very diverse in our mindset and beliefs. This type of person can recognize this difference and explore ways to pull everyone's strengths together. A person who thinks and acts with passion. Someone who has a passion can inspire others to have the same excitement about a task. They have a unique way on how they communicate this passion, as well as model through their body language this excitement. The next quality, manage unplanned situations. Strong leaders create a plan to stick by, but when obstacles present themselves, this leader can maneuver easily to overcome the challenge. They can clearly see options, which allow them to think before acting. And the last quality is a role model for humility. Someone who can act in a modest way and not toot their own horn to say. They don't seek praise or approval from others for their achievements, nor do they have alternative motives behind their acts. Here's my reflection. After looking at these qualities, do you agree? Do you disagree? If so, why? For me personally, I challenge one idea, which is the role model's humility. I completely agree that a leader must possess this quality, but with limitations. If we are never recognized for what we produce, then why would we keep producing? In my own experience, I have had several opportunities to take on important tasks and never needed a thank you or you did a great job, etc. However, after a while, when I took on so much, a little praise would have gone a long way. Does this mean that I am not a good leader because I'm a little selfish? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Me personally, I think sometimes leaders need to know that they're doing something and that others tell them if it's good or bad, because self-reflection is very important. So this brings me to your assignment for this week. First, I want you to think of an individual in your life, either close or distant, and take the 8 qualities and decipher whether they possess them or not. Also state what other qualities or characteristics that they have. For example, in my personal life, my mother is actually a leader who I admire. She possesses a variety of qualities that I feel make her a leader. If you look in the dictionary, her picture would be next to the word humility. Her selfless acts, she never needs to be told how great she did or anything like that. My mother, I would say, possesses that quality. So that's an example. That's a true example, but I want you to go ahead and think about people that you know. And like I said, it could either be someone who you really know personally or somebody who you don't know at all, but you just know that they possess that quality. The second thing that I would like you to do is write a reflection on the 8 qualities and share whether you agree or disagree. And I feel the best way we can become an influential leader is to constantly reflect on ourselves and recognize our strengths and areas of growth. So when you're doing this reflection, I want you to actually do this on yourself. I want you to talk about the 8 qualities and say whether, yep, you agree that you as a leader possess that, or no, you disagree that you don't possess this at the time. And if you don't think that it's even a quality that needs to be discussed, I want you to give me the why. And just to let you know, this assignment is going to be due on Thursday at 5 this week because we're back to our normal schedule. Please submit your assignment via email. If you have any questions or concerns this week, let me know. Thanks.